Sergeant Marcus Webb hadn't expected his deployment to the Andorian border worlds to end like this, trapped in a crystalline palace on Zethari Prime, with a 7-foot-tall alien princess refusing to let him return to his unit. It had started 3 weeks ago, during the ambush at the Kelvorian Pass. The diplomatic convoy had been attacked by insurgents, and in the chaos, Marcus had found her, Princess Lysandra of the Zethari royal house, pinned beneath the wreckage of her transport, her silvery blood pooling on the ground. Her people's physiology was so different from humans that the standard medkits were useless. Her guards lay dead around her, and her luminescent skin was fading to a dull gray. "Human," she had whispered, her 3 eyes focusing on him with difficulty. "Leave me. Save yourself." But Marcus Webb hadn't joined the Terran Defense Force to leave people behind. He'd assessed the situation with the cold efficiency that had kept him alive through 5 combat tours. The princess was dying from exsanguination. Her blood type was unknown. There was no time for proper medical evacuation. So he'd done something that Command would probably court-martial him for. He'd jury-rigged a direct transfusion using nothing but field medical supplies and desperate hope. "This is probably going to kill us both," he'd muttered, jamming the improvised needle into his own arm. "But you're not dying on my watch, Your Highness." The princess had tried to protest, but consciousness was already slipping from her. Marcus had watched his red blood flow through the transparent tube, mixing with her silver ichor, expecting any moment for his heart to seize or her body to reject the foreign fluid. Instead, something miraculous happened. Where human blood met Zethari ichor, it didn't clot or separate. It merged, creating a new compound that shimmered with both crimson and silver. The princess's color began to return, her breathing steadied, and the massive wound on her side stopped hemorrhaging. Marcus had felt a strange warmth spreading through his own body, a tingling sensation that seemed to resonate between them. By the time the reinforcements arrived, Princess Lysandra was stable and Marcus had passed out from blood loss and exhaustion. He'd woken up 3 days later in a hospital ship, decorated with a medal he didn't remember earning, and informed that the Zethari royal family had requested his presence for a formal ceremony of gratitude. It was supposed to be a simple affair: show up, accept their thanks, maybe attend a dinner, then back to his unit. That was before he learned about the Kethvar, the blood bond. "You don't understand," Princess Lysandra said now, standing between Marcus and the palace exit, her crystalline armor glinting in the light of 3 moons. Her rehabilitation had been remarkable. She now stood at her full imposing height, completely recovered except for the faint scar that ran across her torso. A scar that, impossibly, Marcus also bore. "Among my people, blood is sacred. To share it is to share life itself. What you did, it created a bond that cannot be broken." "Your Highness, with all due respect, I have orders," Marcus replied, keeping his voice level despite his frustration. "My unit is shipping out to the Draconis sector in 48 hours. I need to be on that transport." "Then I will go with you," she declared, as if it were the simplest thing in the world. "You're a princess. You can't just—" "I am also now your Kethvari. You're blood bonded," Lysandra interrupted, her 3 eyes blazing with determination. "Our blood has mingled, Sergeant Webb. I can feel your presence even now like a second heartbeat in my chest. When you are in danger, I know it. When you are troubled, I sense it. And whether you acknowledge it or not, you feel the same about me." Marcus wanted to deny it, but he couldn't. Over the past 2 weeks, he'd experienced exactly what she described, a constant awareness of her presence, her emotions bleeding into his consciousness. When she was happy, he felt lighter. When she was distressed, an inexplicable anxiety gnawed at him. It was unsettling and intimate in a way that made him deeply uncomfortable. "This is insane," he said quietly. "I'm just a soldier. You're royalty. We're from different worlds, literally." "Precisely why this is so extraordinary." Lysandra stepped closer, her voice softening. "Do you know what the Zethari scholars are saying? That your human blood contained something they've never encountered, an aggressive adaptability, a refusal to surrender even at the cellular level. Your blood didn't just save my life, Marcus. It changed me, made me stronger, and in turn my blood has changed you." It was true. Marcus had noticed the changes: sharper senses, faster reflexes, a resilience that went beyond normal human parameters. The military doctors had been fascinated and terrified in equal measure. The Kethavar has only occurred 17 times in 10,000 years of Zethari history, the princess continued. Always between great warriors, always forging partnerships that change the course of history. My ancestors believe you were sent to me by fate. I don't believe in fate, Marcus said, but his conviction was wavering. Perhaps not. But you believe in duty, in honor, in protecting those who cannot protect themselves. I have seen your service record, Sergeant. You have spent your entire adult life fighting for others, asking nothing in return. She placed a hand over her heart, over the scar they now shared. Let me fight beside you. Let me honor this bond not by keeping you here, but by standing with you where you choose to go. Marcus stared at her, seeing not just an alien princess but a warrior who understood him in ways few humans ever had. The Kethavar pulsed between them, undeniable and strange and somehow right. Command is going to have my head for this, he finally said. Princess Lysyandra's face brightened, her skin luminescence increasing with her joy. Then it is fortunate that I am a princess with considerable diplomatic influence, is it not? Despite himself, Marcus smiled. You really won't take no for an answer, will you? I gave you my life's blood, human, she said, her tone both fierce and fond. And you gave me yours. Where you go, I follow. This is the way of the Kethavar. As they walked together toward the transport that would take them to the Draconis sector, Marcus reflected on the strange turn his life had taken. He'd joined the military to make a difference, to protect humanity's place among the stars. He'd never imagined he'd do it with an alien princess as his battle partner, connected by a bond that transcended species and culture. But then again, that was humanity's gift, the ability to adapt, to form connections in the most unlikely places, to turn the impossible into the inevitable. The universe had no idea what it was in for,